Alright, what's going on, dudes, and welcome back to Minecraft. This is Sky Factory. This is actually the first you're seeing of my Sky Factory world here on the main channel, at least. It's a series that I live stream, and all the videos are up on the second channel, but I made a thing in it that I thought could be interesting for a video here. It's automatic wither killing. Now, it's modded, obviously, but still, I'm kind of proud of the creation. I was working at it for a while on the stream, had a catastrophic failure. Oh, there we go. Oh, fuck! Shit! No! Oh, God! No! Welp! And then I just decided I was gonna try finishing it up offline because it took like another couple hours of tinkering with things, but I finally got it, and I thought I'd show the process all the way through. Anyway, let's show it in action, because that's what you're probably most interested in, so I'm just going to toss some wither skeleton skulls in here. It's going to start spawning withers. We're going to empty, or allow this thing to start dumping items into the auto crafters, and should get a nice line of withers that are going to spawn, blow up at the bottom, and then we get to collect all of their resources. It's quite fantastic, actually. You can take a look, peer through the gaps in the obsidian down here. They get to the bottom, they blow up, and then they get instantly killed by, it's a block called a mob grinder from Draconic Evolution, which just one hit kills. I don't know if it's just withers or anything in front of it, but we're using it on withers, and it works fantastically, and it's amazing. And they just keep on spawning, and life is good. Life is good. We get to, oh my god, that hat. We get to reap the benefits of collecting tons of nether stars. Hold on, let me actually show you the nether stars and Zavisio essence incrementing up in here. So here we go, nether stars, 68, 69. Every time there's an explosion, a couple seconds later, 70. It just keeps going up until we actually run out of our current baseline of wither skulls, and then we actually have to wait for the farms to start generating some more. Anyway, so you get the idea. Spawns withers, they die, we get the resources from them, which is nether stars and Zavisio essence, which Zavisio essence is it's a very useful thing for a mod called magical crops, which you use a lot of in Sky Factory. So let's grab this, we'll put a stop to it for now. It is going to be quite loud when that's going on. Let the final ones explode, and then well, actually, let's go through the process from start to finish. So I'm going to restart the farms just by putting a hose into here. The only real thing that I still could improve is just getting unbreaking reinforced 10 Tinker's Construct hose in here, and then we would never have to replace them. But that's another story. It'll work for now while we're taking a look at it. Fully automated all the way through. So these are magical crops. One of the mods is very, very significantly important in Sky Factory. This one is wither skeleton crops. From harvesting these, you're able to craft wither skeleton skulls. These are nether crops. From these, you're able to craft, among other things, soul sand. So these farming stations here, they're being powered by the big reactor into Tesseract and powering it and stuff. They plant all the crops around here, and then once they're fully grown, they harvest the crops, put that into the ender chest here, and then they replant the crops, continue the growth process. Inside of this autonomous activator here, there's a reinforced watering can. Even though you can't see the effect, it is watering the 7x7 area and super duper dramatically increasing the speed at which the crops grow here. Without that thing, it would probably be about 10, 20 times slower. So it just allows us to get a lot more of the wither skeleton crops harvested and turned into wither skulls than otherwise. We've got the same thing over here on this one, and again, it's just creating or gathering the nether essence, and then it's passing it into the chest, which accumulates over here. And then if I enable it to pass through, what it's going to do is it's already passing into this crafting auto crafter thing. We've also got this one. And so these just allow us to take the resources that are passed through and automatically put them into a crafting recipe, and then it puts them in the output. So right here, this is the crafting recipe to make soul sand from nether essence. And then you get 8 soul sand as a result. And then once it does, it's completely filled up at the moment. But as it starts to use the soul sand, and I'll turn it back on in a second, it'll start pumping it out of this output here, and it'll replace it as it goes. Same goes for over here. When I turn this back on, it'll take the wither essence, it'll apply it through this crafting recipe here, and then out comes wither skeleton skulls, and then those get passed into their respective activators and or block placers. So the top 3 They have to be. I tried to not use autonomous activators whenever possible because they're really weird with how they like to place things down. They'll place it like above or below no matter what the setting is, and it's just annoying. So anyway, they have to be used for the Wither skeleton skulls because that's the only way they can actually be placed on the block here as opposed to on that face. So the Nether skull or the Wither skulls get pumped into these, and then these are just every few ticks attempting to use the first item, place it down. And so those get placed on top of the soul sand, which is being pushed out by all the others. These are block placers. They're powered just by redstone. So these things are putting out a redstone pulse every 2 ticks. And then they place down the soul sand that's in the first slot. Same goes for this one. Same goes for that one. The only reason this one's not a block placer is because it's blocked by a ton of pipes and stuff, and I couldn't get a redstone pulse to hit that. Maybe there is a way, but it wasn't super obvious. And the autonomous activator is working at least. It's not being super crazy. So these 4 place down the soul sand right in front of them. Again, top 3 place down the skulls. And of course, what happens when you get it all placed down? You get withers spawning. Those sink down to the bottom as they charge up, and they get killed by the Draconic Evolution mob grinder, which is powered by the Tesseract behind it. And this insta-kills them as soon as they charge up and blow up, and then all the items are collected by the vacuum hopper, put into an ender chest that's on a different frequency. It's just white, white, white instead of white, white, blue. And that goes into the ME system, and we get to reap the rewards. So let's put it into action one more time, and now you get to see the process as it works. And right now, because we actually have we have a stock of skulls in there, it's going a little bit quicker than it will once we run out of that stock, and it has to harvest 27 of these crops in order to summon 1 wither. So that's probably going to take about a minute or so, I would say. So we'll probably get about 1 wither every minute, which is still nothing to laugh at. So again, all the resources from both these that are being accelerated by the things and the farming stations go into this chest where they're auto-crafted into their respective things. They're filtered, I should say, as well. I didn't mention that. So the wither essence only goes there, nether essence only goes there, then pumped into the block placers and autonomous activators where they create the wither. The wither gets killed by the mob grinder, passes the items into the thing over at the place, and we get more resources, which is fantastic. And life is good. Here, let's keep on checking that number going up. 105, and then 106, 107, and Zavicio as well, which keeps going up. It was like 150 before. We get 2 for every wither that gets destroyed. Again, I mentioned that secondarily because more people are familiar with nether stars versus Zavicio, but Zavicio is probably actually even more useful. But yeah, that's that. Now I think we've hit the end of our stock here. So now every 27, this is going to be more actual speed, we'll get a new wither that spawns. So that's automated wither summoning and killing, and it all seems to be working pretty well. All the reinforced obsidian down here in the water doing its job so that the explosions aren't doing damage to anything. And again, the only thing we really could use is not having to replace the hose, getting better hose in here with reinforced 10 so they last forever. But that's another task in and of itself. But at least the concept all works from start to finish. So yeah, thanks so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed. Again, this has been Sky Factory. If Sky Factory seems like something you'd be interested in, you can catch streams live on a pretty regular basis on the Twitch channel. And you can also, if you want to catch up on like 80 plus hours, I think that I have of it, it's over on the second channel, youtube.com/CaptainSparklez2. That's all. Make sure to like if you like, subscribe for more if you want, and farewell, Mr. Wither. I'll see you next time.